China's trickery. A trade attack on India behind the facade of friendship. It was a quiet morning, but an uneasiness was drifting through India's strategic corridors. Rajnath Singh was on a visit to China, and NSA Ajit Doval had just returned from Beijing. It seemed as if India and China were once again moving toward mutual understanding, but then, suddenly, China did something that shocked everyone. The tunnel boring machine required for the Mumbai-Ahmedabad bullet train project was halted, the supply of rare earth magnets was stopped, and the export of special fertilizers came to a standstill. This wasn't just a coincidence, it was a well-planned diplomatic attack. The question wasn't what China was doing. The real question was, what message was China trying to send to India? Today, we'll delve deep into this topic. But before that, if you are new to our channel, please don't forget to subscribe so you receive updates on all our latest videos first. So, without further delay, let's begin today's discussion. Let us tell you, China's sudden move stunned India's diplomatic policy. On one hand, delegations were shaking hands warmly, cameras were capturing smiling faces, but on the other hand, China was blocking at its ports the very goods that India urgently needed. This dual-faced behavior of China shocked not only the Ministry of External Affairs but also sent shockwaves through India's industrial sector. The first attack was on India's technological ambitions by halting the supply of rare earth magnets. These are the very magnetic elements that form the backbone of India's electric vehicle policy, wind turbine manufacturing, and high-tech equipment. This is one of China's most closely guarded strengths, and it was used as a strategic weapon against India. But it doesn't stop there. Agriculture, the soul of India, was also targeted by this pressure politics. Special fertilizers, which fulfill critical nutritional gaps in Indian farms, were now being held up at Chinese ports under the pretext of customs inspection. And this is precisely the time when India needs them most for sowing, while concerns over global food security are already deepening. And then came the tunnel boring machines. The massive machines meant to be used in the Mumbai-Ahmedabad bullet train project were supposed to arrive from China. But they too were halted without any explanation. This is the very project in which Japan is investing, and India aims to make it one of the fastest rail corridors in Asia. China's move here is not just an economic blow, it also feels like a diplomatic insult. Now the question is, why is China doing all this? Is it merely a trade disruption, or is there a deeper strategy behind it? The answer is, it's a strategy. A highly precise and well-planned one. China wants to send a clear message to India: if you don't align with us, your progress will stall. This is the same mindset with which China has tried to economically subdue the entire world. And now, India is in its crosshairs. Chinese officials claim these stoppages are due to technical reasons. In the case of fertilizers, they've said their agricultural regulations and domestic needs take priority. But the reality is that, without any official ban, China has started using bureaucratic tools to block India. This is the new definition of a Cold War, where bullets are replaced by business blockades. According to a report by ET, China didn't even conduct a formal inspection of the goods meant to be sent to India. They were simply blocked, silently. Rajiv Chakrabarti, president of the Soluble Fertilizer Industry Association, revealed that China has been harassing India continuously for the past few years, but this time the situation has reached a complete standstill. In fact, all of this is also part of a retaliatory policy. After the Galwan Valley incident in 2020, India imposed strict restrictions on Chinese investment, technology, and the digital sector. Apps like TikTok, UC Browser, and CamScanner were banned. India changed its FDI rules to ensure that border-sharing powers like China could no longer invest without prior government approval. And China hasn't forgotten any of it. China believes that these Indian policies have pushed it away from the biggest market in South Asia. Its multinational companies have been blocked, and now it wants to send India a message: this isolation comes at a price. So now the big question arises: does India have any alternatives? And the answer is yes, it does. India had already begun the process of reducing its dependence on China. Today, Russia has become the biggest fertilizer supplier to India. India is forming new partnerships for rare earth minerals with countries like Australia, the US, and Japan. And under the Production-Linked Incentive (PLI) schemes, India is actively promoting its own domestic manufacturing. But this is not easy. Importing things like rare earth magnets from alternative countries is both expensive and time-consuming. And that's exactly China's strategy to test India's tolerance. Now, the real question is, how long can India endure this pressure without bending? Amid all this, there's something strange. On the surface, China is showing signs of friendship. 𝐟𝐸𝐺𝐵 Singh's and Ajit Doval's visits to Beijing give the impression that relations are normalizing. But behind the scenes, China is attacking India with trade as a weapon. This is the same dual strategy, waving a flag with one hand while hiding a dagger in the other. China wants India to soften its stance on border issues, to open its doors to new technologies and investments. But India is no longer the India of the past. Today, it speaks of equality, self-reliance, and strategic balance. 𝐟𝐸𝐺 Singh sent a clear message to China that true strength in relations will come only when stability and trust are maintained at the border. He also stated that we must work toward creating a positive environment, not new problems. China may not like this statement, but India's position is now firm and unambiguous.
If our video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources: news from various news agencies, opinion polls, and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.